guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this flywheel and clutch on. We got the back plate here. It goes between the transmission and block. So the starter goes there. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the flywheel on. It already has a new pilot bearing here. All right. All right, guys, I have a barely used clutch kit that I'm going to be putting on here, because I don't plan on keeping this transmission in here forever or beating the hell out of it. So this is going to work for now. It's got a second hand with very low miles, so it'll do just fine for now. All right, here's the factory flywheel for like a 7M GE, and this came with that clutch kit as well. That guy ended up upgrading his to R154, and this again had barely any miles on it. I mean, this has good miles, I'm sure, but as far as the clutch goes, it was low mileage. This looks pretty good. It's not dug into, doesn't have anything crazy going on with it, so it should do the job. All right, guys, so I have new hardware for the flywheel and the pressure plate. These are the upgraded ARP bolts for the flywheel, and then also for the pressure plate I got some new bolts for that. And these came from, you guessed it, Drift Motion. All right, guys, I'm back. We had to close up the garage and stuff because it started raining over here really bad, so we're stuck in the garage right now. We're gonna continue to put on the clutch kit. So sorry about the lighting, because I'm having to use this tube light right here, but this is what we're looking like at the moment. We got the flywheel on here. We're gonna go ahead and get those ARP bolts in here, get the clutch disc, the alignment tool, line it up, and then put the pressure plate / clutch cover on. All right. All right, so you want to make sure this is nice and clean so the flywheel fits on here flat. All right. Same thing with the back of the flywheel, which is already clean. Slip this on, line it up. This is right. How to find it so fast. And we have our bolts here, and they all have Loctite on them. All right, now we have them all in there. Now we're gonna go and get them all snug. Do we have a power tool over there? All right, we're gonna just snug these down, and then we'll go back and actually torque them. All right, so we're at 50 here, and we need 54 foot-pounds right here. We're going to 54 foot-pounds. Ready? Yeah. You want to kind of crisscross them so it snugs it down easily, or evenly, sorry. All right, and just to annoy someone on here, go back and double check, because people have a problem with you going back and double checking. I don't know. One more time. All right, guys, so the light, we got all those on. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this clutch on and the pressure plate. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we gotta get the clutch on and put the pressure plate over it. So Joey, just hold on to those, sorry. We're going to I've seen people on Facebook, a good place to ask questions and find a bunch of assholes. Which way to put this on? Obviously, guys, it's not gonna go this way because it's gonna hit your bolts. So the flat side is gonna go toward the engine, all right?
So like the side profile.
What do you want? Oh, so
Well,
you see, can you see it? Yeah, so you can see the spring side sticks out, the back side is flat. So you want all this going into that hole there of the pressure plate, all right? So let me get my shit straight here. We'll go ahead and throw that on. And you're gonna have to align these on the dowels that are on the flywheel. I have no idea where they're set yet, so it'll be fun. So you're gonna have to find where they go. The bolt holes are bigger than where the dowels go, so that'll help you. Let's see if I can nail it the first time. Oh. All right, so yes, that's it. So you can see now they're all sitting right on there, okay? Now we're gonna take the bolts, and they all have thread locker on them. You're gonna take the alignment tool, put it in there. You're finding the pilot bearing. That's the tip of this goes inside that pilot bearing. And your transmission, this mimics the transmission. So obviously you want that aligned or you're gonna have an issue with the transmission. So now you have that tool in, you know that the clutch is centered, and you can go ahead and install the bolts for the pressure plate. You want to make sure you put the Loctite on these because you're gonna have a lot of motion going on in here, so vibrations and all that good stuff. Having fun trying to get these started. All right, so now we have all the bolts on. All right, now that's on, we'll go ahead and kind of snug them down a little bit, evenly. You're gonna notice some resistance as you're doing this because the actual spring part of the pressure plate, you're pushing against it. You're basically loading it right now. And then once it's in and you push the pedal down and you push this in, that's what unloads it. All right, now these ones are 14 foot-pounds. When we did the pressure plate bolts, he was holding the crank, and that's how we kept the engine from turning. That feels like absolutely nothing. Like,
my cam towers were 15, but that is
double checking.
it's crazy. This whole thing has to spin with the flywheel.
Mm-hmm. Big mass. All right, those are all nice and tight, nice and even. You can check your work by making sure that these areas where the bolts are flat against the flywheel. And everything is nice and flat. You can show them inside, you can see the clutch smashed in there. Also, you'll notice before you put this on, these teeth were out, and then as we tightened it, they kind of went in. Alright guys, so that will conclude the clutch install and flywheel install video. I hope some of you guys got some value out of that. Not everyone knows how to install a clutch, and I'm not going to leave you out. So there you go. There's that video, and I'll be on to the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.